a video that is very, 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 very important to me. I feel like I've said this a couple times, but that was then, this is now. At this point, this is gonna be my most important video. If there were ever a video that I would want you guys to watch and pay attention to and to take me seriously on, it is this video right here. Let's be here with this one, okay? Habits that can help improve your level of happiness. And I have everything written down here because that's what I do. So the first habit that you all need to be picking up, if you haven't already, is writing down goals. So it doesn't matter if it's long-term or short-term, large goal or small goal, you should be writing down your goals. If it's goals that you just have for the day, if it's goals that you have for January, write them down. The goals for the year, goals within the next 5 years, doesn't matter the size, just write it down because it sticks when it's written down. You're 42% more likely to achieve a goal that you have written down. I personally like to review my goals. Sometimes I do it daily. It depends on what I'm working on. But when you just have your goals there, it's like a constant reminder of the things you need to be working on. It's nice to see the things that you can cross off your list because you've achieved them, things like that. So number 2, getting into the habit of listening to affirmations and positive self-talk. Not even positive self-talk, positive talk in general, because talking about yourself is not the only person you need to be positive towards. You know, I feel like people are kind of like, ooh. Sometimes when you're depressed or in a depressed state, sometimes you don't even want to do the things that you know you would probably need to do. What I'm saying is, you may not be in a state where you even want to put in the effort to even say it. Even if you can't bring yourself to say something nice about your own self, there are videos on YouTube, there are audiobooks, there's literally an abundance of resources where you can go and listen to affirmations or just read affirmations. You just want to become a person who was naturally an optimistic, positive person. And the only way you're going to get there is if you start doing it consciously before you go to sleep, when you wake up, first thing when you wake up. That's what I do now. So without getting too deep into the science of it, which I really love though, but I'm not going to do that here because I know some people don't. So long story short, you know, there are states of brain wave activity and stuff like that. So when your brain is in alpha or theta, your mind absorbs information a lot more efficiently than the other 2 states. So like, you can look this up yourself if you care to get more into it, but just know that there are times when affirmations and positive self-talk and stuff like that, thoughts, when they work better. And you know, we're only human. There are times when, you know, stuff happens, you want to say something negative, you want to comment on the situation, you want to get to a point where you catch yourself and you can correct yourself. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is bothering me so much. As soon as the thought crosses your mind, you get to a point where you're like, what even is that? Like, why is that necessary? I don't even care. I noticed this, like, I want to say like around the time I was in college, thoughts would just come up in my mind about other people, and I would just be like, oh, what is she wearing? And then when I finally got to the point where I was conscious of those thoughts, I was like, why does that even matter? What? She's not paying my bills. I'm not paying her bills. Why would I care what she has on? Maybe that's all she can afford. And even if it's not all she can afford, maybe she feels good in that. You know, like, why does it matter what she has on? It doesn't. I hope she's happy. I thank God that she can afford clothes. I hope she's healthy. Or like, if you're in the club and there's a guy who's dancing and he can't dance, which is subjective by the way, but he can't dance and everybody's looking at him, they're laughing, people are recording him. Who cares? He's on the dance floor, he's moving freely. Good. I'm glad he feels good. I'm glad he's enjoying himself. At least he's enjoying himself. You know, a lot of times people go out and they just sit in the corner and they record for social media just to post, just to say they're at the party. They're not even enjoying the party. So that's the kind of stuff that I've gotten into the habit of correcting. That kind of thinking, way of thinking and judgment was taught to you by your family, your friends, social media, your way of being. They taught you to be like that. When you're saying these affirmations, one thing that'll like take it just a little bit further is if you smile or act out or really feel the emotions that match that thought. Emulate the expressions or the emotions that you would feel if you were genuinely feeling those things. One example is if you were going through a breakup and you wanted to make yourself feel better, one thing I could do is sit and be like, I'm okay by myself. It's fine. It's not my fault. I'm happy single. I can do bad by myself. Or what I could do is I could put on some Beyonce. You could put on a song about breaking up that makes you feel good, and you can dance and you can really get into it, and you could be like, what goes around comes back around, my best thing I never had. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what I'm saying. Make yourself really believe the affirmations that you're telling yourself, and they'll start working a lot quicker. Number 3, and this one is the second most important on my list. I don't really have a name for it. I just call it mindful minutes, I guess. Take 5 to 10 or 30 or however many, at least 5 mindful minutes every single day. I do it all the time whenever I can. Like, this to me is just when you sit and you take a chunk of time to feel good. Just feel good for 5 to 10 minutes. You are focused solely on yourself. It is free of judgment from yourself or anybody else. I don't care if you gotta sit and lock yourself in your room, you gotta go out to your car, free of judgment or worries or thinking about anything else going on in life right now, and just feel good. I do this in the form of journaling. So I like to watch baking videos. Why? Because baking, I always say bacon, people think I'm saying bacon. I watch baking videos, listening to my 90s playlist. I do that all the time. Every single time I shoot one of these videos, best believe, and I'm sure you all already know, I literally have to sit and listen to my playlist beforehand, because it puts me in a good mood. Because otherwise I'm too shy to sit here and talk to this camera, and it's awkward for me. You can put on your headphones and just put on some whatever music you like and just jam. Just move freely. Don't think about it. Don't be self-conscious. Just move. It's whatever is going to make you feel good and make you feel more enthusiastic about life, but also try to do things that make you feel more inspired toward the goals that you want to achieve. Treat yourself. Buy yourself stuff that feel good. You know what? I bought this. Normally, I don't buy stuff that I feel like is overpriced. This lip gloss, it's minty. It tastes good. And it makes your lips tingle. I have a box where I keep my lotions and stuff in. And you know, I could have just used any box, but I didn't just use any box. I used this box. Why? Because it's pretty and I like looking at it and it makes me feel good. I put this on my wall. Why? Because I like looking at it and it makes me feel good. I try to make my room a sanctuary. I have roses. I have this thing that reminds me of Japan. I have a bonsai tree. You see all these journals? These are not even half of them. Women say this all the time. Our hair, our makeup, our nails, men always just automatically think it's for them. They think we're trying to impress them. No. Sometimes you do stuff because you just want to feel good. And I'm a big advocate for this too. Leave your man alone. Let him play Call of Duty. Let him watch the game without harassing him. Be their peace. Stop being a nuisance. Just let people enjoy a moment to themselves, to be in their zone and to feel good and to do whatever makes them happy in that moment. Let everybody do the things that make them feel good. And make sure you're taking time out of your day every single day to love yourself and to just feel good. I feel like so many people don't. I'm like, why are you so upset all the time? Why are you so negative all the time? Like, whatever's going on in your life, pull away for 5 minutes, I promise you. Number 4 habit, learning about yourself and becoming more self-aware. This also can come in very many forms. So look, if you knew better, you would do better. And that's the whole like premise of this whole number 4. If you knew better, you would do better. Get into the habit of becoming a person who likes information, especially when it comes to learning about yourself. Learn about your culture. I like to learn about Black history, psychology. I love learning about the brain, the subconscious mind. So I'm not gonna sit here and preach to you all. I'm not gonna tell you to go vegan. I'm not even vegan. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you all to cut out sugars and tell you all to exercise. I'm not gonna do that. Why? Because a lot of times people are not gonna do it. They're just gonna watch the video, say it sounds good, or yeah, we already know that, and then they're not gonna do it. But what you do need to do is learn about this stuff, and that will do the work. Why? Because when you know better, you do better. So if you know about the body, or I read a book and it teaches me about the human body, it's like, then I get into this mindset where I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to do that to my body anymore. You don't know what you don't know. So if you knew better, if you knew the options out there, if you knew how things actually worked in your body, in your mind, out in the world, about your culture, about your history, all that kind of stuff, once you start to get the information, you will naturally be inclined to just perform better or do better, make better, healthier decisions in those areas of life. Being a habitual knowledge seeker and just becoming self-aware, knowing about yourself, knowing how your body works, how it functions, how the mind works. I swear to God, the more you know. The number 5 habit, and this one, along with the mindful minutes, I want to say this one is, if not number 1, it's certainly tied with the mindful minutes one. Try your best to minimize the toxicity around you. And this one is also, it's easier said than done, because a lot of times the toxicity around us, it's your friends, sometimes it's your family, it might be your parents, but a lot of times it's our social media, a lot of times it's our own negative thinking, a lot of times it's the movies you're watching, the music you're listening to. Also, I'm not here to tell you to cut it off cold turkey. Again, I'm not here to tell you to do anything dramatic. These are little things that you can do every day to invoke a happier state of being in your life, okay? Even if it's little by little, separating yourself from people. If you know you feel drained when you are around this person, or you do this activity, or you eat this food, minimize it. Start cutting back. If you can't just do a cold turkey, start cutting back. There are little things happening every single day, whether you catch it or not, it's bringing your mood down. And why would you want to do that to yourself? There are choices you can make every day. This can come in the form of getting on social media and then comparing yourself to others. This can be in the form of telling people your ideas, or just talking to people and they say stuff that makes you doubt yourself, or they're judgmental and they make you feel bad about the stuff that makes you feel happy. You need to be surrounding yourself with things that make you feel good. I'm not going to tell you what makes you feel good. There are things that make me feel good that don't make other people feel good. You need to get into the habit of consciously making decisions that you know are going to put you in a more positive state, and inspire you to be a better version of yourself. The same way some of y'all go hard for these celebrities, you need to go hard for yourself. If you didn't already know, they say it takes 21 days to form a habit. That means when you get to a state where you don't have to put any conscious effort into doing it, you just kind of do it because at this point your subconscious mind knows to do it. You all know what you should be working on, or you should sit down, take time out to figure out what it is you need to be working on, what you want to make a habit. Within 2 days of learning something, you lose 80% of the information that you took in. It's just gone, you forget it. So that being said, this is why it is so important to surround yourself with the things that make you feel good and make you happy. There's never going to be a point in life where you just cross a finish line of happiness and you're just okay, I'm here, I'm happy, and you're gonna stay happy. It's never gonna work like that. There's no amount of money, there's no job you can get, there's no friends that you can have that are just you're gonna get it and you're gonna be set. Until the day you die, this is a conscious effort that has to be put in. Happiness is a state of being, and it is also a choice for you to be in that state, or you can be in any other state. But it is a state of being, and you alone have the power to put yourself in that state. Other people can influence you, and you can influence other people, I hope I'm doing with this video. But at the end of the day, you make the choice to be happy, and nobody else can make it for you, okay? It's up to you to form the habits, it's up to you to do the work. And if there's nothing else that I've ever said on this channel, if there is not a single thing else that you guys listen to that sticks with you, that you guys take me seriously on, please listen to this and what I just said. That part right there. Happiness is a state of mind, and it is a choice. There are rich people who are miserable. There are poor people who are happy, because it is a choice. And it is up to you and you alone to make the choice to be there. And it is not outside of us. Let me say that also. While you can still work on your life and yeah, you want a car, you want this or you want that, great. But just know that you shouldn't be constantly working on being happy. You can be happy right now. I swear to God. Happiness is always, always, always accessible right now. If you choose it. That is the most important thing I think I have ever said on this channel and can say on this channel. So yes, those are the 5 things. I love you all. I want nothing but for everybody to just do better. I'm not gonna say to be any one thing or any couple things, just be better than you were yesterday, and then the day after that, be better than you were today. And if you do that, then you know, eventually we're good. We're gonna be good. We're good. I feel good now, and I want the same for you all. So I pray that you all do these things, okay? If you do these things for a week and you don't feel better, like you genuinely don't feel any change, come back and tell me, and I'll shut up, and I'll never make a video like this again. I'll mind my business. And that is my promise to y'all. I just don't know. Bye, y'all. Bye.